Today we will be dealing with Bindu Puri's essay. I'll share my PPT to start. This lecture for today is in direct relation to Bindu Puri's essay titled The Insurrectionary Gandhi and the Revolutionary Ambedkar, Caste and Varna. So Bindu Puri has given views of Gandhi and also Ambedkar and combined their views to conclude that because of these two revolutionaries, we have today reached. We are trying to reach equality. We are trying to demolish the caste hierarchies and going ahead with modernity. Let's start with Ambedkar's views, because Ambedkar's views somehow, shifted Gandhi's mindset. And Gandhi till 1920s did not, call for a complete reform. It was through Ambedkar's writings that made Gandhi look into the internal structure of Hindu society, and he called for reform of the Hindu society. And on the contrary, Ambedkar called for a complete demolition of, the caste structure, and Gandhi called for a reform. So Gandhi, always viewed that non-Hindus do not segregate, the society on the basis of caste or on the basis of religious context. And Hindus see caste as central to social structure. So that made Ambedkar question Hindu logic, Hindu rationality, that whether the Hindus can look beyond the Shastras, and he called for a complete annihilation of the caste. Now, what is Varna and caste here? Gandhi tried to, justify the Varna system by, regarding it as by, tagging it as, necessary principle for looking into the social structure, for understanding Indian social structure. And caste determines the, occupation. It also determines the hierarchy, hereditary, and advocating for Varna equals to advocating for caste system. That was Ambedkar's opinion. And Ambedkar also felt that, there was a very humane side of Gandhi, because the politician, according to his recent, according to the recent post by BBC, his old interview, where he has mentioned that a politician stood in the way of the saint. So, this analogy, this reference clearly tells us that how Ambedkar, protested Gandhi's ideals of, calling a complete reform of the Hindu social structure rather than annihilating the caste, rather than uprooting the caste entirely. Okay, now next, Gandhi's early views. So, as I said earlier, he wanted to reform the Hindu social structure, the Hindu uh, caste-based hierarchy by through different proposals, through different propositions. One was that he, when Ambedkar petitioned for a separate electorate for the depressed classes like the Dalits, uh, Gandhi Gandhi proposed for mixed electorate for representing the Dalit community. So he, vouched for, he supported the election or the presence of Hindu representative inside the Dalit community. And this irked Ambedkar. Ambedkar did not accept, and there is continuous. There are episodes of continuous debate and argument between Gandhi and Ambedkar, which continued for a very long time till almost 1930s, by the end of the 1930s. So Gandhi actually believed in reformation rather than destroying. Now, next, now Ambedkar's critique. So he writes an essay titled Mr. Gandhi and the Emancipation of Caste. So the title of this essay also clearly communicates that how Ambedkar is critiquing Gandhi's views on caste system. And he writes that Gandhi, because he is supporting the village system, it will it would perpetuate untouchability. It would perpetuate the Dalit oppression more, because Gandhi was, Ambedkar was a modern man. He had fashioned himself in according to the modern sensibilities of due to Western influence. He was very much inspired by the Western modernity, and Gandhi's call was towards the traditional arrangement of society. Gandhi's call for Swadeshi and Satyagraha, they all, were linked to traditional arrangement of Hindu society. He very clearly protested against the Hindu modern self. Okay, the and he could not accept the Dalit modern self either. Yeah, so Ambedkar completely rejects caste, and Gandhi, locates uh, the Hindu society. He envisions the development of India, the new India, the independent India, you know, s- according to the spiritual or moral self. Now, through excerpts from Gita and Rig Veda, Gandhi had argumented, debated about the uh, exercising, about the implementation of the Varna system, which is he said, as mentioned in his documents, in his in his many discourses, that he is standing with the Varna system because it determines occupational hereditary occupation. And it was Ambedkar who first gave the idea of intercaste marriage to destabilize the caste system. And it was later on Gandhi adopted that in his discourse. He later on supported. So now, as I said that Swaraj, Satyagraha, all these, based on the ancient and traditional Indian self. Now, next, so this is an important reference here. So, by 1936, the Temple Entry Bill was passed, which said that the Dalits can enter the temple, inside the temple, they can enter. And Ambedkar, critiques this bill. He rejects this bill. He shows his complete disapproval with this bill, and writes, an essay titled "Gandhism: The Doom of the Untouchables." And he kept on repeating the need for a modern Dalit self, a modern civilization, which is a complete detachment from the Hinduism or from the Hindu social order. Okay, and by protesting against the temple entry bill, he was also uh, you know, showing his discontent, his rebellion against the proposals that the Hindu upper caste um, Hindu upper caste and the privileged Hindus were vouching for. Now, Gandhi's idea is based on reform, not revolution. On the contrary, Ambedkar is extremely revolutionary. Then, next, Gandhi's ethics, it's linked to Swadeshi theory, and he believed in seeing things with an equal eye despite the inequalities. So here again, we see that Gandhi is recognizing the inequalities, but he is not going to overthrow these inequalities. Okay. Now, Gandhi stance on Varnas. So he says that all individuals belong to all four Varnas. So that was one of his, you know, ambivalent position regarding the caste and the Varna system. So he says that the Varnas are mentioned in Rig Veda, and all the people are belong to the four Varnas. And in Rig Veda, it is actually said in that way. But Gandhi uses that instance to comment that we all should be doing the menial labors or cleaning jobs that the Dalits used to do. We should be participating in all the occupations, in all the occupations prescribed by the four Varnas. Now, Varna linked to body parts, symbolic, not hierarchical. This was another stance of Gandhi, another point of Gandhi, which represented his idea, his concept to build the modern India, or to build the independent India into a home ruling, into a nation which has a complete different system, rather than adopting the Western policies. Okay, then next is his stance on yajna, or sacrifice. So again, he borrows from Bhagavad Gita, and he says that yajna, or sacrifice, should be done through bodily labor also. So as we invest ourselves in all the four occupations, we are also sacrificing our body. We are sacrificing the comfort, and that is the true duty of a Hindu. And scavenging as moral equality. So he, as he earlier said, that to see everything with equal eyes despite the inequality. So that's why his all his arguments rested in the spiritual or moral becoming of a modern Indian self. Okay, his views on modernity was entirely different than Ambedkar's. He believed on creation of an India which is uh, far, far away from Western uh, policies, Western structure of Western social structure. Then Ambedkar's counterpoint is his fundamental issue is untouchability, because as the Dalits enter into the occupations that are forced upon them, all the menial labors that are forced upon them, that begets oppression, domination, and financial uh, disempowerment. And Ambedkar kept his stance on the removal of the entire Varna and caste system. For him, Varna was equal to the caste hierarchy. Varna was as good as exercising the caste hierarchy. But Gandhi differentiated between Varna and caste. Now, a problem to be removed from within Hindu society. So he always maintained his stance on removal of uprootment of the Varna and caste hierarchies. Then untouchables should form independent political group. This was another, move by Ambedkar, and a lot of Dalits were inspired. Dalit leaders were inspired. Dalit revolutionaries were inspired. Uh, many Dalit communities were inspired, especially the young youth from the Dalit community were inspired by Ambedkar. Now, Gandhi versus Ambedkar. Gandhi is towards reforming the system, and Ambedkar is in agreement of complete dismantle. And he also came away from Hinduism and converted into Buddhism. Gandhi tried to redefine Varna, and Ambedkar maintained his focus on how caste dictates moral values, how caste hierarchy will definitely, uh, you know, seep in. It will definitely quietly, it will be again regularizing the Varna system that Gandhi is vouching for. And Ambedkar also questioned Gandhi that does he also uh, preach, does he also practice what he preaches? So this was Ambedkar's question to Gandhi. Now, these are some of the core differences I've listed out. So, Gandhi, a reformist, and his ideals were based on moral self, fashioning of the Hindu moral self. Ambedkar was revolutionary and institutional. He uh, tried to he did bring laws, and he wanted to implement equality, uh, gender equality, and um, equality among the society. um, and he also mentioned that women's education is very, very important to create the new India after the colonial rule. And these are the closing notes. Gandhi's reforms again, Ambedkar's reforms, they vary in complete opposition, and but both of them are seminal. Both of their discourses are important in coming away, breaking the shackles of caste hierarchy, and keeping the route towards modernity and progress. And one more recapitulation I would like to mention as well, that Ambedkar was very critical of Gandhi's entire discourses, and he also felt that the laws and policies should be implemented in all institutions throughout India, and he demanded important positions. He demanded the Dalits to enter into the institutions, so that while working professionally, you know there is a revision into the moral consciousness, into the mindset, revision of the mindset of the masses of India. So that's all. I hope you have understood the main points that Bindu Puri is trying to mention. Thank you.